Get out of here. I can't work with you.
He can't. It's fine. Okay. I'm gonna stop rolling.
Welcome back to the program, the Richard Platter program. Once again, filling in. I'm Brennan Hicks.
I'm Dylan McCain.
Bob Dylan.
Bob Dylan.
A complete unknown.
Hero
To some. Yeah. A complete unknown and Wicked. Oscar contenders.
Yes.
Interesting. Let's just go ahead and just say complete unknown. What do you think?
So first off, I watched Complete Unknown twice.
Mm-hmm.
So 2 times. I liked it. I liked it enough to where I will watch it again eventually, but I'm not obsessed with it.
And why aren't you obsessed with it?
Well, okay. A Complete Unknown is not... You can't talk about it without also talking about James Mangold's other big biopic, Walk the Line, which is about Johnny Cash.
Came out in
2004?
2004?
2004.
Yeah, sure.
Or 6. It doesn't matter.
5? We'll call it again.
This film is like watching the same film, but with Bob Dylan instead.
Yeah.
And you know what? It's not half bad. I think he did it a lot better with Johnny Cash.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know.
And that was different as far as, which I know Johnny Cash died before they started filming.
Just barely.
Even. But he still...
No. It died, like, before it came out.
Okay.
They were in, like, talks. They
Yeah. I mean, he wasn't there every day, but, like, it was still a little different. Whereas Bob Dylan didn't give...
I don't think he cared at all.
Yeah. He didn't care that they were even doing that at all. That's interesting.
Yeah.
What an interesting guy to not even, like... Just the thought of a major motion picture with the actor right now.
Timothée Chalamet.
Yeah. It's not Edward Norton.
Yeah.
Timothée Chalamet. And it's like, you just don't care.
Yeah.
It's like, what is his deal? I don't know. That's amazing.
He's
I get it, but that's...
He contains multitudes.
Yeah, okay. So you liked the movie?
I enjoyed it. I thought Timothée Chalamet gave a good performance. I think he gave the best performance that anyone could for this movie.
Mm-hmm.
I think what he needed to do for this movie was give something super straightforward. There are 2 Bob Dylan movies in existence right now.
Mm-hmm. Which are
Complete Unknown, 2024, and I'm Not There, 2007. And I'm Not There is practically an art film.
Yeah. Well, because it's so
strange.
It doesn't go in order of his life at all.
No, it doesn't go in order. There's 7 or so different actors. And
are there 7 directors?
No, it's
the same person.
I'm pretty sure it's one person that directed the
Fascinating.
But it takes a bunch of different stories that relate to Bob Dylan and splits it up into different actors, different time periods, and it completely breaks up the psyche of Bob Dylan and tries to sort of get at the gist of him through all these different people, because it works. You know, he is such a multifaceted man who's gone through so many different eras in his life that you can break it up like that and still get a coherent story. But with Complete Unknown, you can only really focus on one section of his life, and that's the most popular section when he wrote, like, Rolling Stone. You know, when he goes from this acoustic folk hero to this electric rock legend.
Does it actually start from him from zero to...
It does. So the film starts with him arriving in Brooklyn, I think. Well, he gets to Brooklyn and he's driving over the Brooklyn Bridge to Manhattan. And then he goes to a bar and asks where Woody Guthrie.
Yeah.
Or Woody Guthrie is in the hospital at. and it's back in Brooklyn. He has to hitch a ride back to Brooklyn to visit Woody Guthrie, and that's sort of how the
Do they know each other?
No, but he's a massive Woody Guthrie fan.
Okay, well that's
that's like
the only person he could have been a fan of.
The whole point of the movie.
Yeah. So do we think that because for what's the other one called? I'm not there.
Yeah.
So they have people of all ages, genders, and races playing Bob Dylan.
Yes.
Do we think that they will do She's Not There, the Taylor Swift era's style, where they have, but it's all just like the same, like women that look the exact same.
As just look like
doing different eras, but just with slightly different outfits.
I think that's possible.
I think it's possible. I think somebody should do that.
I don't think she contains enough multitudes to.
I don't know.
I'll be honest. I don't know much about Taylor Swift, but she also hasn't had a long enough career as Bob Dylan.
But she's had eras.
She's had enough
eras.
She's had eras that last like a year.
She's had enough. It's really just album cycles.
Yeah.
Which she does multiple a year.
Yeah, if she does more than one a year, then why?
What's the last album she did?
The Tortured Poets
Society or something. Yeah. That's I don't care about that. But Bob Dylan. So would you say that A Complete Unknown is a better Bob Dylan film than Walk the Line is better as a Johnny Cash film?
No.
You think the Johnny Cash was better? And he's in this.
Yes, Johnny Cash plays a major. Okay, James Mangold has a big hard-on for Johnny Cash, which I benefit from because I get more Johnny Cash. But really, Walk the Line does get to the heart of what Johnny Cash was, what he stood for. But A Complete Unknown is sort of just a fantasy movie to show moms what Bob Dylan's all about. To show people who think Bob Dylan's about.
Yeah.
You know?
Like people who have heard the name Bob Dylan anytime people bring up music, but they don't know anything about them. They've seen the album covers, you've seen the pictures, you've heard the song.
That one song.
But you don't know anything about Bob Dylan.
And they hear all these massive stories about how he's such a great, songwriter and legend. And so this is more I feel like this is more of an introduction.
This is like the Mamma Mia, but instead of ABBA and an unrelated plot, it's Bob Dylan and an unrelated plot.
Yeah.
Because it's just, what is it, like a love triangle movie? Doesn't he ditch Elle Fanning for Joan Baez?
Joan Baez, really, he treats him more as like a side piece.
Interesting. Actually, but that's still a triangle, though, to me.
Yeah, he kind of cheats on
both of them?
Elle Fanning.
Okay.
Well, I mean, yeah.
But Bob Dylan.
They got the hot lady from Top Gun Maverick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would you recommend it to people who are fans of Bob Dylan?
You know what? Yes.
Would you recommend it to people who are not fans of Bob Dylan?
Who actively dislike Bob Dylan?
Indifferent.
Who don't know anything.
Anything.
Yes.
And would you recommend it to people who dislike Bob Dylan?
No, you're not going to like it. It's about Bob Dylan.
But is there anything in that movie that would sway someone?
No.
To be like, I get it now. There's nothing in there?
Yeah, if you read the Wikipedia to Bob Dylan, Bob Dylan's Wikipedia, you would get the same amount.
Yeah. So, but is it you? Who's the movie for? Like for?
The movie is designed for people who don't know anything about Bob Dylan.
Okay, and does it do it? Justin, does it work for them?
I think it does pretty well.
For getting people, would it get somebody into Bob Dylan?
Yeah, I got my mom into Bob Dylan.
Really?
Yeah, and I got a few of my other friends into Bob Dylan. So it and I have another friend who's who's a big Bob Dylan fan than I am.
Yeah.
Who got more into Bob Dylan. There was stuff in the movie that he had never heard of. There's stuff in the movie I've never heard of. It's obvious that the people who made it are big fans of Bob Dylan.
Yeah.
But, as a fan of Bob Dylan, I knew most of what was in the movie already.
Yeah.
It's sort of just the pleasure of being able to see it on the big screen.
With the finest actor.
With the Timothy Chalamet.
Yeah. You think his singing's alright?
I think...
Because he did all his own.
Yeah, he did all of his own singing. They didn't mix in Bob Dylan's other vocals or anything. I think he did a pretty good job.
Okay.
I think it's obvious that he trained for it. And he's not doing an impression ever. There's like one time in the whole movie and it's kind of near the beginning, where I'm like, yeah, that sounds like he's doing a Bob Dylan impression.
Yeah.
But there's no...
Everything else.
Everything else, I'm like...
He's just living.
this is just a guy.
Yeah.
You know.
And I think that's what it's meant to be.
Yeah.
So Bob Dylan doesn't appear in Wicked, but
It'd be cool if he did.
it'd be probably a lot better if he did as the Wizard. Can you imagine?
If Bob Dylan
played the Wizard, yeah.
A decrepit old.
Well, that's what they have in the movie.
Yeah.
He's Jeff Goldblum. That was a real cough, actually. I love Jeff Goldblum. I think it was good in Wicked.
Anyways, so
as
Wicked.
the Wizard.
Yeah.
But it's no Wizard of Oz.
It's no Wizard of Oz.
You've not seen Wicked. You were gonna watch it. Why didn't you?
I was gonna watch it, and then I don't remember. Something came up.
Yeah.
That's
just what happened.
I
Yeah.
don't think I really cared that much.
Because it wasn't that. Yeah. It's not a. It's not like you have to see it to still exist in America and be able to talk about the cultural things that are happening. It's it's cool.
I think I got the gist of what it was about.
Yeah.
I know
you saw the trailer.
Yeah, I saw the trailer.
Saw the movie.
I was gonna watch it.
Yeah, you're gonna watch it because we watched it, and I say, "Oh, it's good."
Yeah, you told me it was good.
You're like, "Okay," and you wanted to watch a movie.
Yeah,
but yeah, it's fine. It's I've seen the play, and I'm not reading the book because I read.
Yeah.
But I saw the play once. It was good. The movie's just half of that, so it's good enough. I like the singing. I thought the singing were good. The only thing people don't like is the way it looks, the coloring of it. Yeah. I don't really care. I don't think that really
it's supposed to be vibrant, isn't it?
They say it looks flat. They say it looks muted.
Flat?
Yeah. It's like the greens and pinks are muted, which I don't know if you've seen any of the promotional.
It looks,
but it's all pink and green.
Yeah, it looks pretty.
It looks fun.
Yeah.
Why Best Picture? Why do you think these are? I mean,
are these nominated?
These are both nominated for Best Picture. Yes, Wicked and Complete Unknown.
I think Complete Unknown is Oscar bait for Timothée Chalamet.
Yes. It's a vehicle.
I don't understand why it would be nominated for Best Picture at all.
They gotta have 10.
Yeah.
So
I know.
We also do forget these movies campaign for Best Picture.
Yeah.
It's not just like the Academy picks, but they. I'm sure if nobody from A Complete Unknown sent a admission or whatever to be nominated, somebody from the Academy would probably ask.
Yeah.
You know, if you guys want to be nominated. So I think it's probably just for him. And
yeah.
But what's Wicked for? I mean, I think it was just the 10th to round out the 10, maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, it had because who got to do Cynthia Erivo get nominated.
Mm-hmm. But so did Ariana Grande.
Yeah, so that's all that is.
Yeah,
I guess. Because there's no original song, so it can't get best original song.
Yeah. What did you think of their acting in the movie?
Good. You know, talking about Bob Dylan and Chalamet, I don't think they were doing impressions at all of Idina Menzel and Christian Chenoweth.
Yeah.
You can talk.
Oh.
Of Christian Chenoweth. I mean, because you would think they could, and I've seen Ariana do a Christian Chenoweth impression, but they didn't really do it in the movie. I think they made it work.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was convincing for a movie where the premise is that there's a green girl and she goes to school and there's like a Peter Dinklage he voices a goat that can talk.
Yeah.
But there's a scheme to like kill all the talking animals out of Oz or like to demonize them. Yeah. It's really weird. But as far as that, it's like I guess Dinklage used the goat. So I guess that's how the takeaway. That's just the final takeaway from that. Yeah. You think he should have got nominated?
Dinklage?
Yeah, for Best Animated Performance.
Best
should they do that? Best Animated Performance?
It'd be him up against the goat from the Minecraft movie.
From the what?
The Minecraft movie.
Yeah, the pink screaming goat meme.
Yeah.
I didn't even know.
That's a sheep.
It is a sheep. I didn't know there was a meme until like the other day when I saw like a compilation of every single time they do the meme in stuff in TV shows or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that's the Minecraft for Best Picture is my takeaway. I think Jack Black Best Actor.
Best Actor as Steve.
Well, I don't know if you saw the trailer, but he says, "I am Steve." So it's like I know what he's going for.
Yeah, that was his "I am Iron Man" moment.
I know what he's going for. I don't know what that was. All right, that's enough of that. So Wicked versus Complete Unknown. Which one was better?
I think. Okay.
You think the one you saw? And
Yeah,
I feel like the one I saw was probably better.
Okay, but
it does suck that Wicked's a part 1.
Yeah,
it's only half a movie.
Yeah. Which one would you rather see? If one of them had to be picked for Best Picture, which one would you rather see?
A complete unknown would be the bait, be the Oscar bait,
Yeah.
and I'm always gonna be
Would Wicked
opposed to
not?
that.
Would Wicked not be the Oscar bait?
No, because it's so out of left field. It's such. It's
Yeah.
a musical. It's part 1 of 2. They don't
Yeah.
like that. They like a whole thing.
Yeah.
In opposition, I'd say Wicked. Complete unknown is the obvious one.
Wicked is like one of the most popular Broadway musicals ever.
Yeah, but Bob Dylan is music, just as a whole.
Yeah.
So anybody who's ever been like, "Oh, I love music," who are you inspired by? Well, Bob Dylan.
Bob Dylan.
First of all,
The
Beatles, Rolling Stones.
Yeah.
Who else?
Uh,
It doesn't matter. Let us know in the comments below
John Denver.
what your favorite Bob Dylan song is and what song from Wicked you would like him to sing. And we will next week.
And what's
We'll
Bob
let know.
Dylan song you want the girls from Wicked to sing as well?
Yeah.
I want to hear them sing.
What's the
Hurricane.
Try to find gravity? That would be how that sounded.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That's that. That's all that.
Thank you.
is. No.
Thank you for watching.
No.
We really appreciate it.
No.
I do.
It's enough of that.
I love you.
Give away.